Cash that fucking ticket, baby. Justin Thomas with an all-time epic comeback for us to get us off the schneid. Woohoo, what a Sunday.
Blake, I've been waiting to hear you say those words for so long. And I just felt the tingle all throughout my body as you said them.
The crick.
Right in the crick.
Fucking crick.
Oh, that's so good. So good.
The crick. I knew that would come in handy, you saying crick all these years. I was saying it all week.
Yeah. You know what's funny too? Mike D texted us about the course and how it's kind of forgettable. And I said, I think that crick on 18 is going to come into play.
Yeah, the fucking crick. Oh, Mito. I feel bad for the guy, but hey, whatever.
Yeah. He had to be sacrificed for us.
Oh my God, the crick. That was unbelievable. I did my part Sunday too. I didn't watch it. I was on the beach the entire day, just getting updates from you. And I liked the way everything was going. And I wasn't gonna go in and watch it until everybody was getting off the beach. So I didn't see any of JT's round until 18.
Yeah, I mean, you weren't optimistic, and I know part of it was by design. We didn't want to change what we had going on early in the day, but I mean, I think on the 9th hole he was 300-1 when he was on the 9th hole when he was making the turn.
It's crazy. Hit that shank. I saw he hit that shank on 6. Holy shit.
And I wasn't optimistic about what he was really doing, but I was optimistic about the way the rest of the tournament was playing out, because I remember saying to somebody, I was like, I think 5 can get a playoff. And they're like, no fucking way. Mito was at 9 under. I was like, I think 5 can get into a playoff. And it did, because, and I feel vindicated here, and I have a little rant to go on. So a lot of people like to give me shit these past couple of months because I don't like to bet these guys who I say can't win or don't know how to win or haven't been there, especially in majors. And I said this last week, and I heard people text me this week saying, oh, you said Willie Z or Cam Young or Mito can't win a major. Because they fucking can't right now. Because they can't. And the reason I don't just say that to be contrarian, because people who just started watching golf 6 months ago, which is the majority of Twitter who just started betting golf during COVID because they're frat kids who fucking had nothing else to do.
Yeah, I love it.
Don't realize how hard it is to win a major. And you see it because, some people came right on and won right away, and they think that's how golf is. Yeah, there's been a stretch where it's been that way, but historically, that is not what happens in golf. There's a reason why we say this. A friend of ours, Jeff Feinberg, says the same thing. These majors, the best players typically win. It's not the young up-and-comer who's never won on tour before. It just doesn't happen. So when I say Cam Young's not winning or Mito's not winning or Will Zalatoris isn't winning, it's not me saying they suck or they're losers. It's just, no, that's not what happens in golf. And the fact that you think it is just shows that you don't know what you're talking about. I had people tweeting me on Saturday night saying, I don't see any way where Mito shoots over par. He just looks too steady. The guy's never sniffed a fucking lead on the PGA Tour before. This isn't the fucking Memorial Bank Nationwide Open on the fucking Corn Ferry Tour. What don't you get about that? It's different. You cannot compare all these things. And you think because
he even said it himself. He was like, yeah, going into the week, I just wanted to make the cut. He's like, then I felt really, really nervous on Saturday, and then I felt really even more nervous on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious to me, and everyone thought that he was unflappable in that moment. It's just wrong. You just don't get it. And I have nothing against Cam Young and nothing against Mito and Willie Z, but you see it in those moments. It's not easy to go out there and just win a major. People say, oh, wow, Cam Young's 80-1, Mito's 201. These guys are good. They win all. Okay, go do it in a major. And the reason why I had a little bit of confidence on Sunday, not because of the way GT was playing, because I don't think he was playing all that great, even for the first half of his final round, but there was no experience in that leaderboard at all.
So, I mean, Willie Z's kind of in a different category than those other two. I mean, he's kind of proven it.
And that's why I said
so him winning. Yeah, him winning a major wouldn't be shocking at this point, right?
It wouldn't be shocking. Well, now especially not, because he has even more scar tissue. But it still would have been his first win as a major, and we already talked about how unlikely that is.
Right. But he's just in a different level at this point, at this stage, than Mito and Cam Young.
Yeah, and like I said to you, that's why I said I was worried about Willie Z the most. And you said you didn't count on his putting stroke, and I agreed. I think it showed down the stretch why it doesn't work. That putting stroke is not going to work in majors. You got to fix that shit.
Yeah. I mean, he's better from 20 feet than he is from 4.
It's just a very strange stroke.
I don't get it. Why can't he just bring it back regularly? What's with the double clutch here? I don't get it.
It's bizarre. It really is bizarre. But like, he didn't have to do that much to win the tournament. It's not like he put on a fucking clinic yesterday, JT. He really didn't.
No. Yeah, well, Matt, let's stop talking about these queers, okay? Let's just talk about the guy.
Yeah.
The guy that has won us some big fucking tournaments, and he did it for us yesterday. Oh, we got the Players. We had that FedEx event, right? The BMW.
Yep.
And now this major. And we popped your cherry.
Yeah.
Right?
Good.
First major hit.
Yep. That's right.
Let's go. So Thursday, Friday, I mean, those 2 rounds he put on, like, were incredible. He was, despite being down, 3 shots, he was the best player the first 2 rounds.
He was.
He got fucked by the draw. I mean, was there anybody else going into the weekend that was like around from the bad draw? Fitz, I guess.
Yeah, although he did most of his damage on Saturday.
Yeah, and I think Tommy was on the bad side of the draw, and he ended up finishing 5th. But I mean, he was never like in it or anything. And then Saturday is just, I was dejected, man. I didn't know what to say. I just thought he was just going to beat all these guys.
Me too.
I was worried about Rory and Willie Z. That was it.
He was completely in control. I don't know if you read any of the things about Bones talking to him.
Yeah, I did. I heard his father talk about it. I heard Bones talk about it. That was great cool stuff. But like on Saturday, going into on 13, he's in the fairway. He's 2 back. And I'm like, okay, this is where he takes the tournament. And he hits a tree limb. And he lays up. He lays up.
He puts
his 4th into the bunker. And he makes bogey. Lucky to make bogey. And then I'm like, oh man, what the fuck? I thought we had this here. And then he comes in. He's 7 back. 7. And I'm like, what the fuck? 7. I'm like, I could see if he was only 4 back. Like, he was only 4 back a second, which was fine. We needed a lot of help. And we got a lot of help on Sunday. But this is crazy. I can't believe that. I can't believe it.
The whole thing was surreal. I mean, to be 7 back entering the day, which was the largest comeback in major championship history, tied for it.
Yeah.
But it was a little bit unique in that he was 7 back, but there wasn't so many guys in between.
Yep.
In that
6 ahead of him.
So that's why I still had a little bit of hope that he could do it. And like, I acted like I wasn't confident going into the day, but you saw when I was texting you, like, birdie on 5, 4 back. Like, I still felt it just because I didn't trust the guys ahead of him. That's the only reason why I thought he still had a chance. And part of it was I was not trying to act like we're in it and get my hopes up and everything. But I knew there was, in the back of my mind, I knew there was a chance. And then the playoff, the 3-hole aggregate, really cool.
Before we get to the playoff, though, like, you know what we had to do to get to that playoff? Like, if Mito makes that putt on 17, 1 fucking roll on 17, he doesn't even need driver.
No, he doesn't need driver. And then, so he has that on 17. Then 18, like, I hadn't seen that swing.
No, it was bizarre.
It was just a complete different swing. It wasn't even his swing.
No,
I saw someone at the tournament tweeted he looked like he got electrocuted on impact when he hit the ball.
It was one of our loyal listeners who, rest in peace to him. Maybe he helped us out there.
Yeah, I wanted to say something about that. We have a listener who passed away last week on Wednesday, and we were saying, and he listened every week, bet every week, and makes me want to say too, like, for a lot of people, something like this is an escape, and we've got messages like this before, and like, even if we're not winning, and sometimes we get caught in like, we're on a losing streak or we're in a winning streak, but like, to a lot of people, this is an escape. This is what you do when life's not going great. You listen to this and kind of dive into the golf, and I think this listener did that, and I think it was nice to be part of his life in that way. And the fact he passed away on Wednesday before his tournament started, you and I talked about how, if we get a win here, it's because finally he's upstairs helping us out, moving the needle for us because we're on a cold streak. He was talking about Spieth the Sunday prior, and then we get a miracle. So I think it's not a coincidence.
Yeah, it's great. So then, I can confirm he had a ticket on JT too. I got confirmation on that today.
Oh my God.
So rest in peace. Appreciate all the help, bud.
Yep.
So then you get to what'd you think of the 3-hole aggregate? Did you like that, or were you looking for sudden death?
I like the 3-hole. I think it's a good way to do it.
Yeah, JT was just spot on. I mean, he did what JT does on that par 5 with the wedge, stuck the wedge.
That's what he should have done on Saturday in the Sunday round.
I know. That was a great bird. I was still fucking nervous over that putt.
Because 13's been fucking us all week.
Yeah, all week. I was so nervous. And then the fucking club twirl on 17. I know JT does club twirls almost every shot, but that one was just vicious and timely. Tiger Woods-esque club twirl, and he drove that sucker. Oh, man.
That was a
Tap
beautiful
in birdie.
shot.
Oh, it was great.
That was a beautiful shot. The first try was in the rough, but like that club twirl is when I knew it was over. I didn't want to say I knew it was over.
Yeah. Exactly.
But like if I had $5 on it, I would have said, "Oh yeah, it's over."
Yeah.
But
and then the two shots, the two drives on 18, the one in regulation and then the one in the playoff were amazing. He just works those shots, man. Any which direction he wants, it's great.
That hole suited his eye. He did that. Remember me of the players, he hit that little low bullet draw. This time he hit the low bullet fade.
Yeah.
He can do it either way, choke up and just hit that. And he knew it was perfect in the second off his tee. And then he looked way more in control during the playoff than he did at any point over the weekend.
Yep.
He was confident. I think he said, "This guy across from me has never been there. I'm the fucking guy to beat." And he went into it with that attitude.
Yeah, it was great. JT, what a guy.
This is fucking amazing. I've been talking shit about these guys for a while. And the fact that just everything about it was perfect. I took down Willie Z, was one of my arch nemesis. Fucking, I wouldn't rather have him beat anyone else in that playoff than fucking Willie Z. Shove it right up his ass.
And you beat all the Twitter queers.
Yeah. Oh, I got a Mito 200 ticket. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, cool. How much did that pay?
Yeah, shove it up your ass.
Yeah, shove it up your ass. And then, the Willie Z's, you want to bet a guy 30-1 in a major who's never won a major? Okay, I get it. He's good. But go do it. Go win it. Go do it against one of the best players in the world with everybody watching in a playoff. It's different. It ain't the John Deere. And I think a lot of people need to realize that. And sometimes it's going to go the way they think it's going to go. But long term, that's not what happens in golf.
Yep. Willie Z, though, he's coming. He's coming for something.
He is. He's good. He is very good. And Mito, we hope he's not fucked up from this because I do love Mito.
Yeah, we love the Chileans.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, Pedro. I know this is heartbreaking for you.
Yeah, man, the crick, unbelievable.
I started to swallow that ball, and I fucking stood up and started doing laps around my fucking house.
Yeah. Oh man, the crick. I love it.
The crick.
I heard a lot of things about Neiman was in the broadcast. I missed that. Was that any good?
No, I didn't really see it either. I think I just wasn't paying attention during those times.
Yeah. Couple other thoughts. I mean, let's talk about Cantlay real quick.
Yeah, I mean, his face is too fucked up to win a major, I guess.
Why is he so bad in majors?
I don't know. When I was watching him, like you were watching him too in the group play, like in the featured groups, it didn't even look like the same guy.
No, like his irons would come up short every fucking hole. Thought he was good in the wind, right?
Statistically, he was. It's like the iron shots had a weird sound to him too. I don't know if he wasn't hitting them flush or what the fuck was going on, but he couldn't hit a green from like 130 in the fairway.
Yeah, it was so weird.
And he's
I don't know, that was just, I can't believe that shit. I know he got the bad end of the draw, but he was playing with JT, so I mean, no excuses there. But I mean, that was our official pick to win. He was. Oof. Can you go back to him in a major?
I was going to ask you that. I don't know. I mean, what if he's 40-1 at the U.S. Open?
I think I would bet that.
I do too. I mean, yeah, you gotta hopefully go back to him. But some of these guys who have proven that they aren't good in majors, and a lot of people ignored it. Like Cantley, I didn't think the sample size was big enough, and we saw him at the Masters, and like you saw a little bit of it, and I still thought there was something there. But then like Berger's been awful in majors. He was fucking awful last week.
Yeah, but Berger's never like won like a massive event. This Cantley won like every fucking event. He's won great event. Like
He won a playoff event.
he won. Didn't he win 2? Yeah, he beat Bryson in the playoff, and then he won the tour.
Yeah. If you want to count that one.
Yeah, but I mean that's pressure packed. Those 2 events.
Memorial, if you want to count that. Yeah, so he beat Morikawa in a playoff, and he beat Bryson in the playoff.
Yeah, I mean he shouldn't even have been in that Memorial one, but that's another day. Going into Saturday, you texted me how you are going into Sunday about the studs not showing up, and how this is just not our PGA Tour, and what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, it was horrible, and I still think that applies. I mean, JT was the only one, and he's from the wrong side of the draw. So, I think Rory, there's a serious problem there.
That's my next topic. We'll talk about the studs here. I mean, like Rahm, they all got. It was weird the draw. Like they put that super group out early, and it's like they didn't want. It's like they wanted to get like Tiger, Spieth, or Rory a major.
Yeah, it does.
Every other good player was in the shit end of the draw.
I don't know how they could think Tiger could win, but they wanted Spieth to get it.
Spieth or Rory. I mean, those would have been the 3 biggest stories: Spieth, Rory, and Tiger.
Yeah.
Other than maybe Scheffler by winning a back-to-back, but those 3 would bigger story than that. And then like, what the fuck's up with Rahm?
I don't know what's up with Rahm. He was pretty good on Sunday. I bet him in a matchup over Morikawa, and he was good. I don't know. They're all fucked up. I just I think Rahm's somewhat close to getting it back. I think.
You think?
I don't know. There's something up with these guys. You know what I think? I saw something earlier about it. Like, I think the prize purses are so big that when these guys win big events, like, it's hard to stay hungry when you're a fucking multi-millionaire. And back in the day, like, it really wasn't like that. And not everyone has that competitive drive like Tiger. Like, when Jack was winning all these majors and stuff, like, it's not like he was one of the richest guys in America or like one of the richest professional athletes. Like, you still had to go out and win the next one if you wanted to be that. And I think a lot of that is like, you know, JT just won 2.7 million. How motivated can he really be to go out and win next week?
Yeah, it's a valid point.
It's a fuckload of money. And that's why these guys cycle so much and who's the best and who's not. And like they get hungry again. And I hope that's not the case because it's just not good for the sport.
But you got to be motivated to win a major.
You got to be. But I think they think they can just turn it off and turn it on whenever they want to. And you just can't do that.
Yeah, that was I was just really annoyed going into Sunday just because it was just rookies.
Yeah, it sucks. Scheffler, I told you he wasn't going to play well. Didn't play well.
Yep, he did. He got a bad end of the draw, but yeah, you were right. Rory. So, Rory, this is what I wanted to say. Rory, that first round was a curse for him.
Mm-hmm.
He can't have the best round in round 1 because then it gets right up here. He starts thinking about it. He needs to be like 2-3 shots back. Just be lingering. Just have your name on there, just so everybody can think about you, and then play golf. He can't be the one everybody's talking about going into Friday, especially Friday afternoon when the only person who's taken over for you was JT, and he was only 1 up before your round started. Wind died down, and you throw up a fucking +1 in round 2.
And everybody was firing at pins. I mean, like Bubba made 4 straight birdies, and you can't make one. That was a pathetic round. I texted you this at some point during the week. Like, there's never been a better situation for Rory to finally get his 5th major. Like, it was handed to him on a silver platter. Got a first round lead, which usually plagues him is the fact that he starts so slow. Started fast, 5 under, looks awesome. Everything's going for him. And then
all the studs are in the bad wave.
Yeah, you get the good side of the draw. Then you get a nice 2-hour period where it's like the calm before the storm, where there's just nothing out there and weather-wise.
Bird fest.
and everyone's firing darts. Willie, Mito. That's the reason why Willie and Mito were there. They played the right holes at the right time during that stretch and that's where I was getting pissed, texting her saying, fuck this shit, because I was so mad that these guys were playing in these conditions that no one was ever going to see all week. Even the guys from that wave who had finished already but like they were hitting that stretch the exact right time.
Played 9 holes with no wind.
Yeah. And it wasn't even no wind. It was like everything about it was just perfect playing conditions.
Yeah, just calm.
Yeah, so calm. And that's when Mito got hot. That's when Willie got hot, and that's when Bubba randomly got hot.
Yeah,
and those are the only guys that were beating JT, which is why I was pissed. So, and another thing, talk about studs. I'm fucking pumped that JT got his second major.
Oh yeah,
it's so much better than someone else winning their first. Like I want these studs winning majors. That's what I want. That's what's good for golf.
I do too. Yep.
And if we didn't win, I was thinking like, there's gonna be some bullshit narrative about how it's so good for golf because all these young rookies are competing. That is not good for golf. We already have those guys. Morikawa, Hovland. We have the young up and coming stars and Scheffler. You got that. Like those guys are good. We don't need any more of that. We want the studs fucking winning.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Rory. He still had a chance Sunday, technically. He got out hot and then
he knew it too. He
did know it.
He left without talking to the press. He was so mad, got into his car and left and wouldn't talk to anybody.
If you had told him -5 got you in a playoff, I mean.
He was -5 after 4 holes.
It's crazy. Crazy.
Just had to play even the rest of the way with 2 par 5s and a drivable 17th.
Yep.
He had some real good looks too.
What did you think of the course overall?
Yeah, it was forgettable.
Forgettable?
Yeah.
Really?
I thought it was okay. Like, if it wasn't for that 3-hole playoff, I wouldn't even remember the course in a year from now. But I think the fact that they
would have remembered the crick.
Well, yeah. If it wasn't for the way it ended. Like prior to that, I didn't think it was anything special. But I think the fact that they had a 3-hole aggregate playoff where they picked the 3 best holes on the course, just randomly selected, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was definitely the 3 best holes.
Yes.
You
like the course?
I liked the course a lot. Yeah, I thought it was good. What was wrong with it? What didn't you like about it? The bunkers were great. The easy guys, it's not an easy up and down from the bunker. You had runoffs where if you don't stay on the green, you're fucked.
Yeah, but it wasn't really fire.
The rough was penal. Like you couldn't control your ball on the rough. Right.
Right. You weren't dead. Yeah, you could still get it there, but you just couldn't hold it.
Right. That's what I thought. JT was so great out of the rough early on, first couple days. Like he would bounce it up there. It was great to watch him those first 2 days, and then Saturday, I just couldn't believe what he did.
He lost like 2 strokes in approach just Saturday, but yeah, I mean, I thought he did a great job of choosing the right club to hit the front of the green and roll it up there when he was coming out from the rough. Yeah, all that stuff was, it was okay. It was a good course. It was better than Torrey last year. It was better
for sure.
I don't know about if it was better than Kiowa, but
yeah,
it was okay. It was all right. It
was a great major test.
Yes, I thought it was a perfect test. Like in terms of difficult, it was fair. It was fair but difficult.
Yeah. Does Tiger play the U.S. Open?
I think I'm going to say no.
I hope he doesn't.
He can't win, so why?
Yeah, I don't think he can win a U.S. Open ever again.
No, the rough's going to be thick there.
Just rest up, and we'll see you at the old course.
And then Augusta. That's really all you need from there. But I don't know. I think I like his confidence, but it seems like he's a bit delusional at times.
Tiger?
Yeah.
I thought he played well on Friday.
He did, but going into Saturday, what was he? +3, +4?
He was +3.
They said, like, what's your plan for the rest of the week? And he said he's going to go out and win the tournament.
No, that's just what he always says.
Yeah, but it's like, dude, no, you're not.
He couldn't have a +3?
No.
Well, I mean, it doesn't help that it was 50 degrees out when he was playing.
No, it doesn't help. But I mean, it's just, I want to see him win as much as anybody, but it ain't happening right now.
No, it's not. Yeah. I enjoyed him battling to make the cut, though. I just like having Tiger there. I'm already fine with what he's accomplished. Like 2019 Masters was good enough for me.
Yeah.
So, All right, we gonna get any withdrawals this week, or everybody seemed to be playing?
As of now, it seems like everyone's playing. The brick shit house Sepp Straka withdrew.
So did Bubba. He's got a torn meniscus.
Okay. I'll just check Bolton real quick, see if there's anybody else before we start. But I don't know. I thought JT probably would. I fucking would if I was him.
I would too.
I don't get
But
it.
it's not that. It's not that. It's not that far from Tulsa. So who knows?
Charles out. I kind of liked him a little.
Charles out, huh?
Yep. Mito. Oh god, the corpse of Mito is going to show up.
He's still in.
Yep.
Wow.
His lifeless body.
All right, you got a course preview for the fans?
I do. I do like this course. I think it's a pretty good course. Always is like in that winning score that we like. Between 13 under and 15 under has been the winning score the past 3 years. And there have been a couple of years where it's been like 18, but there's also been a couple where it's been like 9 or 10. So I think overall it's exactly what we like, right? It's can get a little tough, and especially the fact that it's short. So well, not too short, but to par 7,200 yards, bent grass greens.
I think the year Rose won, it was -20. The next closest was Brooks. I was on Brooks that year. He was like -16.
Yeah.
But nobody else was like crazy.
And yeah, the last three has been 13, 14, 15. And I think it's heavily influenced the difficulty by wind. I mean, it's a course that's very open to the wind. When it gets windy, it gets tough. And also, I think they know where they want the winning score to be, and they really can choose pin locations to suit that, because there's places you can put difficult pins in here. That's how they make it difficult.
Yeah, Rose won in 2018, and he was -20, but there was only 6 other guys above 10.
Wow. So he dominated. Good field. You get a lot of good players in here. Past winners, you had Kokrak, Berger. When Berger played in 2020, that was right after the first one after the COVID. That was that stacked event. Beat Morikawa in a playoff. Morikawa probably should have won, but he was missing shorties left and right. I think approach obviously is really, really big here. Par 4 is 400 to 450. I thought was big.
That's what I had too in mind.
Okay, good. Course history. I think you see the same guys pop up here every year. And then bent grass putting, which I think has been pretty telling the past few weeks.
You ever seen Justin Thomas putt this well?
I mean, in spurts, like that Players Week, he putt really good.
Yeah. But I mean, the last few weeks he's been
he looked very confident.
Yeah.
Although he had some
I'm looking at a lot of the same things as you. Also had a little bit of strokes gained total for short par 70 courses. Thought it was pretty telling who was in the top 10 there. A lot of guys that succeed here. A couple winners. Berger's first, Kisner second, Morikawa third, Nah fourth, Tringali fifth, Bryson sixth, Webb seventh, Rose eighth. So that's the top 8. JT's 11th. But I mean, how many winners here? You got Berger, Kisner, Nah, Rose. That's 4 winners in the top 8 there.
Wow.
And then you had Morikawa, who lost in the playoff.
Jeez. And who are the other 3?
Tringali, Bryson, which is weird, and Webb.
Interesting. So yeah, I think it's we'll see with the withdrawals and stuff, but I mean, right now the field is looking pretty good. I guess we'll get right into the field here since we spent a lot of time on PGA.
All right, let's use Bet365. Fuck DraftKings. I think 365 had better odds. It'll lead to a better discussion here.
Yeah.
On one guy. All right, we got still world number 1, Scotty Scheffler off a missed cut, 11-1. Your PGA champion, Justin Thomas, 12-1. Jordan Spieth, 14-1. Colin Morikawa, 16-1. Those are the 4 guys under 20.
All right, well, I'll tell you who I like. And I don't know if I'm betting this guy yet or not, but how do you not like Spieth here? I don't want to bet the guy every fucking week. We didn't bet him last week when he was one of the most popular guys, so I'm not saying we do bet him every week, but last time we bet him was in Texas, was Second, should have won. All right. I know it sucks at the time, but it's not like you can look back and say he didn't play well. He finished in fucking second and should have won. The last time we went all in on him was Colonial last year when he should have won. His course history here is just absolutely fucking absurd.
He was 10-1 too, wasn't he?
He was 10-1, and he's playing pretty much the same, better.
In my opinion, he's playing better.
Yeah, he's playing better because he's gaining way more on approach. He's ball striking just overall better. Last week gained 4.3 on approach. It's not like he's just not putting well right now, which is crazy. Look at his past 10 years here, starting in 2013. 7th, 14th, 2nd, 1st, 2nd, 32nd, 8th, 10th, 2nd. So he's finished outside of the top 10 twice in 10 years, outside of the top 14 once. He's just guaranteed to be there.
Guaranteed top 10.
Yeah, guaranteed top 10. And I saw her 16-1.
Yeah, so I was ready to pass on him just because 12-1, the field strength is a lot better than it typically is here, besides that 1 year, obviously. And there's still some scar tissue on our Spieth last year and 2 weeks ago at the Nelson. But that was at 12-1. So at 16-1, it's like a different discussion. And you have to consider him. And you can still bet a couple guys down the board.
That's what I was going to say. Like, I can bet him at 16 and still bet the other 3 guys I want to bet.
Right. That being said, though, I don't know. Is he going to win this?
I mean, why not? He's fucking fucks at this place.
He does. We hit first round leader here too on him last year. At least I did.
And I don't remember if I did, but he was so good through 3 rounds here last year too. I've said this before.
But that Sunday he was pretty bad. Like Kokrak just beat him.
I know, and Kokrak got caught in a bunker a couple times too, and like still, I think Spieth shot like +1 or +2. But I mean, he's playing really well. He shot under par on Sunday. I like that. I always like to see a guy play well on the Sunday leading into the next week.
I wanted a little more out of him at the PGA, to be honest with you.
I did too, but I never really liked him for that. I never understood all the love that he was getting.
He was in the good wave. Like, why wasn't he in the top 20?
He just had a shitty Thursday and Friday.
Just can't buy a putt. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do here. I don't know. I like Colin just as much as him.
I don't know.
I wish it was a 20.
Yeah, we're not really getting the discount on Colin that we deserve for the fact that he really hasn't done much.
No, but he's still 6th in approach the last 24 in this field.
Which is not good for him at all.
It's still good though.
It's good, but I mean, for him it isn't because he doesn't do really anything else at an elite level.
First in opportunities gained, 14th in par 4, 400 to 450. This is all last 24. Hitting fairways, and he just sets up well. It's like Heritage. Just sets up well for him.
It does, and obviously he lost in a playoff here. Yeah, he could be there.
So he has a 2nd and a 14th 2 times he's played here. I mean, smaller sample size, but I mean,
yeah, it's a great course for him.
Spieth's first 2 times it was 14th and the 2nd, and then he won.
Yep. I like him. For me, it's those 2 guys. They're the only 2 guys I would even ever consider at this point.
Just ignoring JT.
Yep.
Doesn't he rail him off?
I said this to you when we weren't recording, but I think if he won this before a major, I wouldn't say he can't win the major because he won this, but like he just won a major and it was a taxing week. He came from 7 shots back. Like he's not going to go out and win. No, he's not winning.
Okay. I hope not. But if he does, whatever. He got us a major.
Yeah, I won't be mad at all, but he isn't. So,
all right, next range we got Willie Z 20, Vic 20, Max Homa 28, Sam Burns 30. Seen Burns up to 35. These other 3 probably haven't moved.
Willie Z, I just think. I mean, you ever see a guy losing a playoff in a major or a big tournament and go win the next week? It's just unlikely because it takes so much out of you mentally, physically, emotionally. obviously it's probably a good course fit for him. He's good in Texas, but I just think you can't bet him just go back and win the next week. That'd be a big ask.
I think he was dead last going into Sunday on hitting fairways too last
Yeah.
week. I don't know what he did on Sunday. He must have been somewhat better, but you gotta hit the fairway. It's kind of like you gotta hit your spots at this course. Rough can be a factor.
Look at the guy. Yeah, look at the guys who have won. All accuracy guys, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I think it's just a big ask. And I'm not going to be a part of it. If he wins, good for him. But I'm not going to be a part of it. I have no slander to say. I won my war with Willie. And
You did.
I won my war. It's over. We're done. Now we're fresh new slate. I like him as a player. He's a good player.
He is. What about young Vic? Just gonna wait till next week and bet him next week.
Yes, I hope. I don't know. It doesn't feel like a spot for him, does it?
I don't know. He could.
Has he ever?
Why not?
I mean, he's course proof. He's obviously incredibly talented, but has he played well in Texas before?
He was 23rd here in 2020.
So no.
That was I mean, that's decent showing in that field.
Yeah, it's all right, but if Rory finished in 23rd, would you think that's good course history?
No, but that's all I got.
I have higher expectations for him. I think.
No, he's mostly been Florida or Mexico guy.
Yeah, and then he has a second at the Farmers. Genesis, he's played well, so he has some good California results. Valspar has been good. Wells Fargo has been good. He has played well at these places where these longer courses.
But I mean, he's from the Oklahoma State area. So I mean,
yeah, how'd that work for him last week?
Yeah, 41st.
Yeah, he has a talent to win anywhere he can win here. Sure, it doesn't feel like a Vic course to me at all.
Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna bet Homer, right?
No.
Okay. What about your boy Burns?
No.
Is that becoming a decent number?
What is it, 30, you said?
Yeah, I mean, he should be higher up than Homer.
What are we doing? Is it the John Deere Classic, did you say? Oh, it isn't? No, I'm good then.
Okay. Sanjay's back, 33. Tony Finau, 35. Abe Answer, 35. Tommy Fleetwood, 35. Daniel Berger, 35. And defending champ Jason Kokrak, 40. Anybody interest you there?
I mean, Berger, I guess, is the obvious one. When he's right, this is a great spot for him, as evidenced by the fact that he won in a very good field here. We always talk about this. Long courses, we completely avoid him, and we've been right in doing that. I think last week you even thought about 60, whatever was a good number on him, until I remind you that we just can't do it at these types of courses, and you remembered and agreed. But this is the opposite. This is one of the courses where he has been played well at. He is good. He's been a repeat winner at courses before, like the St. Jude. He's won twice. Pebble Beach, he's contended. He plays the same courses well all the time. He's won here. There's a reason why he won here. It's because this is the exact course fit for him. I don't know where he's at form-wise is my only concern.
I mean, PGA Championship, you just got to throw it out. I mean, he lost 7 putting. He was in the bad wave, 3.1 approach. The time before he played was Heritage, which is right up his alley. Similar to this, gained 6.6.
Yeah, but he didn't finish that well.
Finished 21st. That's because we were on him. He had that bad round 1.
Yeah, after that, he was good.
Yeah.
He went in the water. Yeah, that's right.
But I mean, every time we get on these short tracks, like this year, Heritage, he was good stat wise. Honda, you should have won Honda. Where else we were? I mean, St. Jude, he's won twice. It's always these short tracks is where he plays well.
Pebble,
get him anywhere else, he doesn't really play well. Yeah, Pebble, he won. I don't know. I think you're getting a good number on him at 35-40 to 1.
That's a great number. There's no denying that. Is he going to win twice in 3 years here?
I don't know. I think he could.
Okay. Yeah, I do too.
So the question is going to be, if you're betting Spieth, you can take a couple more guys, or if you just pass on Spieth, mean, you can bet 6 of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Make a nice little card from 40 to 80.
I agree with that, but my thing is here. I feel better about having Spieth and 3 of these guys or 6 of these guys? How would I know I'm guaranteed to get somebody in the mix? I just feel better about Spieth, and you still get 3 more of them.
Think you can fit 3?
40, 50, 60. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
It's tough. It's tough. I know. To me, it's going to come down to with Berger or maybe Finau. Finau has pretty good course history. He's been playing somewhat well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll tell you what.
Finau, what the fuck?
Yeah, fuck Finau. He can't win. I don't know. When he won the Northern Trust, said he wasn't going to win for a long time, and I think that's probably true. I like Webb better than Finau. I think I'm definitely betting Webb at 40.
All right. What about those 2 guys I thought you were going to be interested in before we got to the 40 plus range? Answer.
Yep.
And Tommy.
Answer I definitely like. I think he's been good here every time he's played it for the most part. Nothing like crazy with the form, but not every time. He back-to-back 14th place finishes. He's played good in Texas, though. During the Texas swing, he's been good throughout his career. These Latinos play Texas very well.
So was last week a flash in the pan though, or was it? Because he's been pretty bad. I know he's been hurt for the most of the season.
He seems healthy now.
He came out of nowhere last week.
Did he? He was kind of in the mix in Mexico.
No, Abe.
No, I guess he wasn't. He lost 7.3 around the green that week, though.
If that wasn't in Mexico, he would have withdrew from that event.
Yeah, gained 4.6 last week. Was he in the good wave?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it is a flash in the pan. I mean, but man, these Latinos, they love it here.
I mean, he was basically the second best player in that Mexico event, and he finished 42nd.
Yeah.
I mean,
I could live without betting him.
Look at his season before that PGA. It's been fucking bad.
I like him, I guess. I'd still rather bet Webb.
But, I mean, you can also say the same thing about Webb. It was last week just a flash in the pan, or I mean, his season's been fucking terrible too.
He's shown us some flashes, though.
Yeah.
I feel like he's popped up here and there. And last week, like, he shouldn't even be able to contend on that course.
Did he hit fairways last week? Because I get worried about that with Webb.
I believe he did. Let me check. But he, I don't know. I loved what I saw from him. I just thought.
I did too. I was shocked to see him playing well.
Just the fact that he can contend on a course where he really has no business contending on. Not contend, but play well on a course where he has no business playing well. I thought that was pretty telling. And, I talked to you about this earlier too. We liked how everyone liked him when they first got back from COVID here. Everyone's like, oh, this is a perfect Webb course. He has 2 top 5s at this place, a 3rd and a 5th. And everyone bet him. And that's when we didn't bet him. We bet him next week at Heritage and he won. But I just think course fit wise, he doesn't get much better than this for Webb.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Webb. I think, I hope, man, he's been pretty good with the driver, actually.
I mean, the numbers
hasn't killed him.
I wouldn't be betting him at 25, but I think 40 is fair on him.
Yeah, let's bet Webb.
Yeah, he can win.
I like him better than Answer.
Okay, I do too. And it's a better number. You're getting 40 instead of 30.
You don't like Tommy, huh?
It's
not all over this guy.
I like him. He's been playing awesome. I like everything that he's doing. I really do. When he gets to that 30 to 1 range, it's pretty uncomfortable on a guy who is literally proven he's not capable of winning over and over and over again.
I mean, he's trending though, man.
Yeah, but it's all meaningless. He does it when it doesn't matter. He hasn't contended at any of these events.
What did he shoot Sunday?
3 under.
A little bit of the Fleetwood past.
Was he the bad wave?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you want to see from Fleetwood, the Fleetwood pass, where he has the ability to go scorching one round. Obviously, that's good. But he's been putting it well. Yeah, I like him. I do like him. Is he capable of winning? I don't fucking know. I don't think we have any evidence to show us that he is.
We have 0.
Like, I don't mean just because he hasn't won. I just think we have evidence to the contrary. Like, he's been in situations where he can win, he just can't. Maybe that makes me want to talk about Fitz yesterday too, just real quick. One, I never realized how fast he played. Did you hear about that?
How fast he played? Or
Yeah.
how fast he warms up?
How fast he played.
No.
He was playing so fast, and he's usually a fast player, but they said like it was because he was nervous or like he was just playing at an absurdly fast rate. And they got put on the clock, and they went up to him and told him they're on the clock, and he pointed to Mito and said, "Yeah, go tell him that." Mito was playing wicked slow.
Wow. You think he was doing that on purpose?
Fitz was walking to the ball and just fucking whacking it without even thinking it, and making bad shots too. I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? But I think that scar tissue could be good for him. I still believe in him long term, I think, but he has some problems, and I think his the size of his testes might be something to do with it. But yeah. So Tommy, same thing, I guess. But Tommy was making a charge early. Like he got to like 2 or 3 under, and then he bogeyed 3 in a row. It's like the second he sniffs it, he backs up.
Yeah. Okay. And we don't have to bet him. It's fine.
I want to be a part of it. Trust me.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I haven't really bet him at all this season. So he's never played here before.
Brits don't do well in Texas.
They don't. Kokrak can't go back to back.
No.
I feel like we would be betting him if this was the Byron Nelson or Valero.
We did, didn't we?
Yeah.
But he sucked ass last week too.
Yeah. All right. Horschel 40, Gooch 40, Davis Riley 45 now. Jesus. Woodland and Mito 50.
Mito, disrespect. The corpse of Mito.
He should withdraw. Nah, maybe it's best for him to just get back out there.
I don't know. I mean, either way, it's not good.
Go drive some race cars with Neiman.
I'd be shocked to see him contend this week.
Would you?
Yeah, I would. Would you?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
And here's another thing, another mini rant, referencing my first rant. A lot of people say like, the Cam Young and all those guys. I never said they weren't bad players, but like, here's the thing: a lot of these people who talk about golf just say they like everybody, and they just say, "Oh, he's a great player; he can win." Like, and I don't want to say anyone in particular, but they go through the thing, and he's a great player. He's great at this. He has a shot if he can do this. This guy, he has a shot if he. Sometimes you got to take stances. Nobody wants to listen to you just suck fucking 150 players' dicks and say all of them could win, but I'm going to pick the guys like the best. You have to take stances sometimes in life. Like,
yeah,
it's shit fucking radio. It's shit podcasting just to say you like everybody. Like, I'm going to take stances here and there. I said Scheffler wasn't going to win a major, whatever. Like, fuck it. That's what you're supposed to do. And you don't take the easy way out. Everyone grow a dick and make a fucking stance for once.
Yeah, you've been taking stances on guys. I love it.
Yeah. And so I don't think Mito's going to play well. Could I be wrong? Sure, I've been wrong before, but I'm right more often than I'm wrong.
Anything on Woodland?
He's another guy who's just in the last while who's shown he's not really totally capable.
Yeah,
but
he'll get in the mix and then make a couple bogeys.
Yeah,
drives you nuts. 55 plus: Kirk, Varner, Harmon, Munoz 55. Kevin Na is now 60. I thought we were getting a 50 on him. Justin Rose 60. Hollywood Hoagie 60. And then you get two guys here: Pat Reed 66 and Bryson DeChambeau 66. I've already bet Patrick Reed at 100 to 1. I like what I've seen out on the last few weeks. And he's a Texas guy, and I just feel like he can. He's had some decent success here. 100 to 1 is just a stupid number. The 66 to 1's fair. I don't know if I would bet the 66, but at 100, I'm going to bet it.
Yep, I know a couple listeners DM me and said they had 100 and asked if they should bet it. So I think the 100 is out there. Yeah, that's fine. I'll bet the 100. He's not going to win, but sure. I don't think. But let's just go through the guys we like now, because I know we're doing a long show with all this other shit. So let's talk about.
Go ahead, give me Rosie. Give me Rosie.
Love Rosie. I love Rosie. He just pops in everything you want him to do here. Course history, he's third in his past 24 rounds. Putting on bent, he's 6th in his past 24 rounds. Par 4 scoring from 400 to 450, he's 1st in his past 24 rounds. And he's shown us he can contend on this course over and over again. Even when he's not playing well, he's contended on this course. He likes this place. Although I said Brits aren't good in Texas, but he's been good here. And last week was great, 13th. 13th of the PGA, which obviously is great. And he plays these short. You mentioned his name in the short par 72, short par 70s under 7,200 yards. He's great in that. 65. Is he capable of winning right now? I'm not 100% sure, but I think 65 is the right number to take a gamble on it.
Yep. Everything you said. Love Rose this week. I've actually already bet the 65. So yeah, I'm in.
He's won here and he was 3rd in 2020. And 2020 was at Stacked Field. I think we were on him that week. We were.
I think so, yeah.
So him, and then another guy, I was looking at Munoz. I mean,
I've been betting Munoz. I don't know. I just feel like he's I don't know. He had his chance a couple weeks ago.
He did, but he's just been hot in Texas. And a lot of times you see that Texas form carry over through those 3 events. And I'm not going to bet him at 60. I have no interest in that 60, but I just think he could play maybe more of a DraftKings thing. I just think he's a higher floor than a lot of these other guys. I think he could play very well. Winning, I don't know, but I do like these Latinos.
What about Nah?
Nah has shown we always like him in weaker fields. I don't know how good he is in these strong fields, but he loves the course. I could bet Nah at 60. Yeah, I could.
He's playing really well. Approach has been really great. Kisner's 100.
He has sneaky course form, huh?
Yeah.
He's been not playing that well, though.
Has he been playing on any courses that actually suit him well?
Yeah, Heritage.
The mat. Oh, yeah. Yeah, fuck him. CT Pan.
Yep, that's what I was going to say. He's a guy I'm betting.
Yeah, that's our Asian.
Yep.
We got to have an Asian in Texas.
I think CT, I can see him winning this week.
Yeah. One Wyndham, one Heritage. This is the 3rd leg, right?
Yep. Complete the sweep. But he also has just been playing fucking good. A lot of people were on him at Heritage. He withdrew. People are pissed about that. So maybe he won't be as popular. He has been gaining strokes on approach for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 consecutive events. And 15th at Wells. Tee to green he's gained in 8 consecutive events.
Yeah, he's been great. Sneaky great.
Sneaky great. He had COVID a couple weeks ago. That's why he withdrew. I looked into it.
On the PGA?
Nope, when he withdrew from Heritage.
He's one of those COVID guys too.
Like it's going to affect him a lot?
Yeah.
I think maybe.
Seriously, no, he is. I remember it being a thing last year.
He just was being a big bitch about it?
Yeah. Made his caddy wear a mask and shit.
Ugh.
Yeah, not cool.
100, I'll still bet it though.
Yeah, at 100, you gotta.
If he,
I don't see any long shots really winning this week.
You don't?
Like 100 plus. I don't love anything.
I don't like these guys, but only names I was looking at was Bo Hostler. It's like he's been sucking ass every week. Then he goes to Texas and he plays well like every time.
Yeah.
And then same for Sneds. Both those guys have been doing the same shit.
Sneds. I don't know. I can't bet that gym teacher Hostler, and Sneds is just not doing it.
All right. So what do we got?
I'm only thinking about it. 16-1 speed might be the play.
I mean, he could definitely win.
Rose Webb.
Berger.
I like Berger. You gotta think about Nah. And CT definitely. I still like Tommy too.
I do too, but he's gonna be popular and he's not capable of winning, and I'm fine going elsewhere.
If we didn't bet Spieth though, you gotta add Tommy, right?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Which is like I don't want to sacrifice Spieth so I can add Tommy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I keep going back to Spieth. So I could theoretically fit Spieth 16, Berger 35, Webb 40, Rose 66, and CT 100. That's what I'm doing.
You can fit all those?
It might be a couple bucks over. Just won a fucking major.
That's right. Love it. All right, I like what you're thinking.
All right,
I gotta go get my kid from the bus.
all right.
Best of luck all week.
Hey, great win on that major, bud. Let's go.
Love JT. Love that crick.
Fuck yeah.